boxing. Jake Paul brings in a whole new audience to boxing, a whole new generation to boxing. So yes, he's good for boxing. Should Jake Paul continue boxing on even if he gets beaten by Tyron Woodley? Absolutely. Stay true to what you say. If you want to do this and you find that you get it, do it. You know, I think Tyron Woodley's gonna beat his ass though. But even so, I think that Jake Paul is a good fighter, and I think he can. I'm pretty sure uh, that he has good substance in him. It's just that he doesn't have a lot of fights. Now, some people say, well, Jake Paul hasn't faced a boxer. Tyron's not even a pro boxer. That's true. Tyron Woodley is not a pro boxer. That is, he's never fought a pro fight in boxing. He's never fought an amateur fight in boxing. Jake Paul has more experience in that regard. Tyron Woodley has a lot of experience in fighting, yes, but Tyron Woodley also boxed a lot. He actually sparred a lot of good fighters and got a lot of work, and he's working with some really good people. Now, Jake Paul claims, they claim, their camp claims that he's also working with a lot of good people, and that's good. That's all good too. But I think the psychological game, I think Woodley has a lot more experience. Boxing is more mental than physical. We're going to see what Woodley can bring to the table. I haven't seen anything from him yet. So depending on what he's doing, what kind of angles coming from, it'll be very interesting. Tyron Woodley actually came in 189 pounds. So Tyron Woodley also himself cruiserweight. So Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, they're both coming in around about the same weight. They're coming in as cruiserweight. So Woodley doesn't have to lose all that set of weight. So it's going to be very interesting. I already figure that Woodley's going to win this fight. Um, Not just the attitude and the confidence, but also the work he's putting in. So I expect him to win. But if Jake Paul wins, it's good for Jake Paul, man. Huge, huge for Jake Paul. That would be good for boxing as well. You know, but if Woodley wins, it's also good for boxing. Even if Jake Paul loses, depending on how he loses, it's still good for boxing. So either way, it's good for boxing. And of the two brothers, two Paul brothers, Jake Paul looks like the one more committed to boxing. You know, um, so I mean, the thing about it is though, what people gonna learn is when you take shortcuts like Jake Paul and Logan, you don't last very long. Like you're like the flavor of the month, and then you disappear. So if these guys are really trying to get long legacy, I know Logan's not gonna be around for very much longer. I just suspect so. But if they're trying to really push for a real legacy and a real ability to fight and stuff, I don't care how much time you invest. I don't care how much repetition you do. It's a process. You got to go through that process, and so it's going to be a long process. It's going to take them some years before they get to where they're supposed to go to, especially as they have no amateur career. You know, but I wish them the best, both Paul brothers, um, and Woodley gonna beat him though. Woodley gonna beat him. That's my feeling. I had the same feeling from the beginning. I think Tyron Woodley's gonna beat Jake Paul, and I guess we're gonna see that. We're gonna see him beat Jake Paul. That they picked too steep a climb. That's why I guess they have the rematch clause, just in case Woodley beats him, which I suspect Woodley will do. Anyway, that's all I got for now. What you need. Out. Peace.